What's up, y'all? Um, this is how you will loop again. So say you're doing something all night, it's a long night, right? You had plans the next day to do this, right? To have these habits set in place. And guess what? You clean the house, you do whatever, like I did, and you be like, let me get some sleep, and let me just recover, right? And I'll do it later when I wake up. Don't do that. You got to do the plans that same time frame. You got to do it right after, because when you get up, you're not gonna have the energy to do it. You're gonna not feel like it, and you're gonna stay in bed. You're gonna roll into bed. You're gonna go back to sleep, and now it's back to the same reality. You have to sometimes sacrifice that time, that moment, and get to it, because if you don't do it, you're going to fuck around, and it's going to continue over and over again, right? And you're going to do the same habits over and over again. You're going to be looping. You can't tell yourself tomorrow, I'm going to do it tomorrow, or when I wake up or go to sleep. Your brain doesn't work that way. You have to do something else. You got to actually fucking do it. Because when you tell yourself you're going to do it later because you was doing other things, your brain is going to take it as already finalized. And it's going to go with that, process that, and then you feel like you don't have to do it right now, when all there is the moment to do it. So you got to do it right now. I don't care if you have 2 hours before bedtime. You have to. Because if you do it the same day, they're going to do the habit. It's going to happen. That habit you do is going to loop. It's going to compound. And then now you're already doing it. But the same habit as before, I'm telling you, I don't care if you're tired or go to sleep. You better take an energy drink or whatever and get to it. Because if not, you're going to loop over and over again. Like I was cleaning all night. I was like, let me get a sleep. I got to get some rest. Lord behold you. I got some rest. And I told myself, I'm going to wake up at 6 so I can take care of what I got to take care of. The alarm came on. I woke up at 6, and you know what I did? I went back to sleep. No. If you're going to be strict and tell yourself you're going to wake up at this time, you got to do it. You got to force yourself to get up. But that's not going to happen. That's not how our body works. We're used to comfort and behavior triggers of that is enabled. Say you have a behavior that's triggered, right, and you don't want to do it. There's going to be things that's going to enable you to respond to it or not. And we've been taught to respond to it a certain way based on the environment and how we cope around it. We've been taught to avoid it or ignore it or wait the next day. But that is going to make us drift. We're drifting. You cannot do that. Your mind is not strongly capable in that moment to force itself to get up. So that same frame of you cleaning, you got to get to doing your shit right now. You got to get to posting that video. You got to get to do it. There is no I'm gonna wake up at the alarm. It's not even fucking possible. You're gonna loop again. You're gonna wake up at the alarm. You're gonna go back to sleep, and there you again. You're doing the same shit. I'm telling you, bro. You got to be about this shit when you change your life. Ain't no I'm gonna wake up later. You're gonna get to looping again. I did this for years, man, and I realized it's the same shit. And then you feel bad again. You feel guilty. Like, oh my goodness, I should have woke up. I should have done this. Like, oh my good, time going by fast, and you repeat it over and over again. You start to do it. You feel bad, and you entertain yourself. You feel bad, and it's like it repeats, bro. You're looping. You gotta stop that shit, bro. Like, I don't care if you're stressful at work, you have to do it that day. You may have to lose a day of sleep sometimes, bro. I remember as I was at school, right? It was a couple years ago. It was late night. It was in the middle of the night. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm not gonna go to sleep. And I guess what? I did it. And the day after, I done it. because I was doing a lot that day, and I had to finish it up, and I did. You know what I'm saying? I stayed up all that night. I got ready for school, and yeah, it was very early in the morning. Like it was 1 o'clock in the morning, so I stayed up the rest of the hours because the 2 hour before that frame that I was up, the hour after I was supposed to already get ready to wake up and hear the alarm, but I decided to just be up for that time period. You know what I'm saying? You know, and kick time. And I did. And the next day, I did the same habit I was supposed to do. I got everything done. I'm sorry, bro. Sometimes it's going to be hard because we want to be comfortable, and it's discomfort because our brain is not used to that. You're going to have to go through this shock, because once you do that, your body's going to know that you're going to have to do this no matter what, that you're going to do this habit, right? You're not going to lie to yourself and then not do it, because you're going to end up looping, doing the same shit. And this is where, in this bridge, you're able to change. You know, you have this foundation. There is no later. There's no time. It's all a cycle. It's all the feedback. You know, it's all a reimbursement. Compensate for this or you do that. You got to do something. There is no later. If you don't do it within that time, you're going to repeat it. You're going to have to recharge that and do that. And it's just insane. You do this insane loop. You have to do it. I was doing a lot. Right now I was cleaning. I was breaking the boxes up to fit in the garbage can. But like, I'm after, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to just wake up later and finish what I have to do it. Wake up and finish what I have to do later. Get the alarm. And guess what? I woke up, the alarm, and I went back to sleep, and now I'm here making the video. I should have done this shit hours ago, bro. This is insane, bro. So you're gonna have to lose sleep sometimes. There is no wait to the alarm, because the alarm comes on, you're not gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up and go back to sleep. You're gonna trick yourself again to sleep, and now you miss a lot of time, and now you're behind. Your brain, you're not even physically capable of getting up. Your brain is not even strong enough to do that. It doesn't have the neuronal processing to. You're gonna go back to sleep. You're gonna trick yourself to sleep again. You're gonna be, oh, wait, and you're gonna do the same shit. You're gonna waste time. You're gonna be behind. You're gonna feel bad. And go to sleep stressed, and then all this crap. You gotta do it. If you're gonna do something, you gotta do it right now. There is no tomorrow. There is no this. Because your brain is gonna think tomorrow is gonna be tomorrow, and you're gonna think it's tomorrow, and it's gonna keep looping. You're gonna keep doing that behavior. You gotta change your behavior. You gotta do it right now. You're gonna loop. You have to, man. I get it, you don't want to. It's gonna feel very inconvenient, but you have to. It's gonna suck. Probably for the first hour or so, but get through it. You got this. If not, you're gonna keep looping. This is why people do the same shit. They keep looping. You don't want to do that. You're probably stressed. You have no choice. Or unless you're gonna repeat it, you're gonna stay in that wheel for the rest of your fucking life. I promise you that. Stop looping.